Nothing makes me feel more successful than tithing right before my set. I love it. Do you feel guilty enough yet? What a night. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't like porn Nana segue into slurs that we're too afraid to cancel into a fun twist on a Nazi salute. So I don't... Help! This is gonna be a lot more boring than that, so buckle in. I am in town also from LA. Last night people booed, so I got scared to admit it. Well, I'm originally from Arkansas. Worse, arguably. So I'm just airing out my dirty laundry. I love it down here. You got burritos, you got acai, you got it all. Listen, I love it. What I struggle with is I've been here for a few days doing shows, and the driving is so stressful. The highways are like shaped like an octopus, and for some reason, every time I exit, every time I emerge onto the highway, I'm immediately on an exit-only lane. It's panicking. I can't do it. Who planned this? I never thought I would be somewhere that made me miss the 405. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did you woo for the 405? Sure. I like the blind support. I appreciate you. You guys. Anyways, you can't hurt me no matter how this goes. I gave myself stress hives last week, so you can't do anything. Thank you for the support. No, I thought I was handling life pretty well, just shoving it all down, and then my body was like, actually, we're gonna make you a walking billboard for how poorly you're doing. And did you know the only way to get rid of stress hives is to stop being stressed? And did you know that it's actually really stressful to have hives all over your body? So I also, before I realized what they were, I went to the doctor because I was like, well, I certainly couldn't be the problem. And before they addressed the hives, they measured me, and I was like, is this a checkup and I'm 12 years old? Why are we doing this? I've been the same height forever. And I know we're all looking at the same giraffe body, and I've been told forever that I'm 5'10", okay? And they measured me. Big news, you guys, I'm 5'9" now. So, very small, very petite. I don't know. Gravity? She said, how? Do you know how much that inch would have meant to 12-year-old me? Okay, a lot. I was this tall when I was 12, okay? If I was 5'9" at that point, I would have been so confident. I would have been wearing heels constantly. All the boys would have wanted me. Lots would have been different, okay? Then they proceeded in this appointment. Again, where did I go? Why are we measuring me so much? They measured my feet. I've been wearing a 9.5 for a while, okay? And they were like, actually, you're a 10.5. Not small, not petite, giant ogre, gross. Okay, help. It was an emotional roller coaster. Also, I've been wearing 9.5s for a long time. Have I been foot binding myself on accident? Yeah, I don't know. Someone explain it. Gravity. Anyway, so we're not doing well. We're hanging on by a thread here. I too, listen, not to do conflicting therapy material, but shocker, I have mental health issues also. Who saw that coming? I can't talk to anyone about it right now because my therapist is on week 14 of a 4-week break. So, do you guys think she's coming back? Or is she waiting on one more email? Well, before she left, we were working on my childhood abandonment issues, so it's starting to feel like a test. You're so precious. She just has so much empathy for me, but like, I do need you to laugh. She's like, oh, no, babe. I'm like, I literally need this, so. You have such a big heart. No, it's fine. Every time you post something online as a comic, you get, the comment section is trash. I assume for all of us, okay? I post clips, and the comment section is usually like, you're not funny, women shouldn't speak, and that's par for the course, you know? So I'm used to that, but recently someone upped their game, and they were like, you should kill yourself! I know. Spoiler alert, I didn't do it, don't worry. No, I thought it was hilarious because as we just went over, deeply depressed, anxious, ugh. And 6 months ago, thought about it, almost. And now that they want me to do it, are you kidding me? Now that you want me to do it, I'm staying forever. And that's when I realized that being petty can actually save your life. So, thank you. That woo felt a little bit like, she definitely needs that. It's okay. We're still here. It's crazy because that comment I laughed at it, and the one that actually hurt me was the one underneath it that said I look like Sid from Ice Age. Literally, how dare you? I don't get it. I don't see it, okay? My eyes are so much bigger. And I'm allergic to nuts, so I don't know. I don't know what it is about my face. People love to tell me who I look like. I was day drinking with this group of people. I didn't know all of them super well, and this one guy kept looking at me weird. And I was finally like, what, bro, you got a problem? And then he's like, sorry, I just keep trying to think of who you look like. And then I was preparing myself for another Sid from Ice Age comment. So I was like, who? And he's like, oh, I got it. You look like my cousin. I'm like, okay. So I had him get out his phone, show me a picture of the cousin. And I don't want to perpetuate the problem, okay? Because his cousin didn't get to pick the angle or the lighting of this photo. Okay, she might be hot, hot fire. We still don't know. But the picture he showed me hurt me deeply. I was like, is this what I look like? So I did the sensible thing. I had him text me the photo. I sent it to my husband, and I was like, is this what I look like? And the correct answer is no. Babe, you're so hot. And my husband said, yeah. I could see it. You're both quirky. Quirky is a word reserved for someone you don't want to have sex with. Put that in your pocket. I'm constantly, okay, sometimes people have seen it, but when the movie The Wrong Missy came out on Netflix, have we seen this? No? Oh, okay, thank God. Sometimes people are like, I knew it, it's you! No, when that movie came out, my friends all texted me and they were like, it's you! Wait, this is you! It's with Lauren Lapkus and David Spade, very funny, okay? But they were like, this is you! And I was like, hold on, the talented comedic actress or the character? Because even if you haven't seen the movie, you should know the character is insane. And they were like, well, both. Then a woman came up to me after the show a week ago, and she was like, hey, I don't know who Lauren Lapkus is, and you don't look like my cousin. I think you look like Callista Flockhart. Do we know who that is? No? Okay, cool. She's married to Harrison Ford. She's iconic. She's also 65 years old! Does anyone see why that might be hurtful? So if you have another idea after the show, please just run it by a friend first to see if it's bullying or not. I can't take much more. More really fun, endearing facts about me. My chiropractor got arrested recently. For what? Putting cameras in the bathrooms. Couldn't have been something cute like embezzlement. Had to be gross. Cool. And I have scoliosis. Any Scully sisters in the house? Oh, okay. Straight spines. Got it. No crooked ones stand up like in solidarity, like me. No, I have the back of an 80-year-old stuffed into this body, so I've gone to the same guy every single Monday for over 10 years. And yeah, he got arrested for the cameras, and then I was like, you know what? Logistically, what is he really seeing? You know what I mean? 1/16 of my crotch as I sit and stand to pee. Like, what are we getting a peek of? Does he think women pee fully nude? Like, what are we? Oh no, there's a guy in the back that's like, they don't? No, I was like, all right, you know, my back has hurt for so long. Like, if he really wanted a peek, he could have just thrown in a free adjustment. I would have set a consensual 30-second timer and just been like, yeah! You think I'm kidding? You think I did it for the bit? No. Okay, when I was swiping away on the apps for someone to love me, I was not looking for a 6'9" athlete I could wear heels near. Okay, I was looking for a chiropractor. I could have saved so much money by now. My husband hates that joke. He's not a chiropractor, so. Since the arrest, my new hobby is getting a Thai massage. You get these? Yeah, they'll fix you right up. I go to the family-owned place, same lady every time. She's just a gem. I love her. She speaks amazing English, but I don't think the word scoliosis has made it into the lexicon, you know? And I just feel bad because I feel like every time I go in, I ruin her day. Because I can feel her the whole hour trying to straighten my spine and get more and more frustrated, like, why isn't it working? And then at the end, she's like, you're gonna have to come back in. I don't know how to tell her the only chance of me straightening out is now behind bars, you know? How is that the sad part? I don't. There was so much more before. Whatever. I am married, and sorry, I sounded so sad. I am married. Thanks. We played a fun new game that you should totally try. It was my idea, and it's where you look at each other's search histories. I don't know. I wanted to do it because I wanted to be nosy to see what he's been looking at. And then my heart sank because I realized, oh no, I have to show mine too. And what I had Googled last is definitely worse than anything you're thinking. I had typed into Google, how to run. Why is running so embarrassing? Okay. You see the giraffe body, and I just told you about my crooked spine. Now picture it in motion. It's not good. And I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. I actually wrote this joke in Mission Beach. I was running on a boardwalk. A lot of people run there. And a man looked behind only me to see if I was being chased. And I was like, oh no, I'm doing it wrong. I'm making people nervous. So I went home to Google the form. And you know what? That YouTube video has over 5 million views. So there are other losers in the world for sure. Maybe not here. I think I look like a combination of running to my death and running from my death based on his reaction. I don't know. Some people's fear is to fall off a treadmill at a gym. You know, can't never go back. That's so embarrassing. My fear is to be perceived moving faster than a walk at all. And I know what you're thinking, Katie, what was in your husband's search history? And weirdly, it was how to tell your wife she runs weird. So that one kind of solved itself. You guys are very sweet. At least that didn't get Oz, you know what I mean? We can laugh. Was anyone like severely early to this or not really? Because the doors were open at 7:30, so it's like, all right, cool. That was a test. You passed. I am chronically on time, all right? We say dinner at 7, I'm there at 7. I'm not early, I'm not late. And if you're thinking to yourself in your head right now, if you're not early, you're late, smoke a joint, okay? That's not how I work. On time is on time. So, I have a friend who is 30 minutes early to everything we've ever done together ever. And I hate it. We say dinner at 7, she's there at 6:30 like some geriatric. Okay, and it's not just, oh, she gets there early because she's anxious. It's she gets there early, then she texts me, hey girl, I'm inside, I got us a table, I ordered an appetizer and a drink. Cool, I haven't left my house yet. Enjoy without me. Then I'm in a cold sweat panic to get there on time like I was always gonna be. It's rude. And then it's like if you get somewhere early because traffic's not as bad as you thought it was going to be, whatever, you have anxiety, sleep in your car like a normal person. Don't go inside and order and text me. Okay, some of you are with me, you're ride or die. Some of you are like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, you might just need a hug. And 2 things can be true. But also, then who looks like the rude person when I show up, all right, on time? It looks to the serving staff like I've stood her up for 30 minutes. Then I get to the table. Do you think I get a whisper of chips and guac? No, it's gone because she ate it all. Then she's like, oh, you should try this spicy margarita. It's really good. I'm sure it was. Okay, it's gone. I can't even sip it to see if I want to order one. Cool. And we have to wonder, does this transfer to other parts of her life? Okay, when her and her husband have sex. Does she go upstairs 30 minutes early? Rub one out? And then when he gets upstairs, go, oh, you should try it, it's really good. Thank you. I got a mini applause, and that is progress for us, so that was good. I travel a lot for comedy, which is cool. Yay! I did my first international gig, which was cool. Yay! It was an 11-hour flight. Oh. And I am a hypochondriac, not like the cute kind. Like, I think there's a gas leak 4 times a week. And if I hit my head, I cannot sleep. So I was convinced I was going to get a blood clot and die on this flight. Again, spoiler alert, I didn't. I'm here. But something worse happened. A baby sat behind me. And it kept grabbing my head over and over again. And somewhere around hour 2, that became no longer charming. So I turned around to be like, hey, stop. And the dad goes, if you didn't want this to happen, you should have sat in first class. I go, I'm sorry, did you just use your baby to poor shame me? Also, is there something I don't know about the babies in first class? Do they poop differently? I ask because at one point they started changing its diaper on the tray table behind me. How did I know it was behind me? Thank you for asking. Because I was trying to sleep with my mouth open. And all of a sudden my mouth tasted like poop. That'll change a person. Okay, I landed different. My ovaries turned to ash. I always wondered how long that would take, and the answer is exactly 11 hours. She's working on it. Mini applause, no audible laugh. It's okay. I love it. Because my therapist is MIA, I told myself I need to feel a feeling. I'm going to take things into my own hands. And I took myself to Six Flags alone on a Tuesday. Thank you. Wow. Thanks, guys. I rode all the roller coasters too quickly and gave myself vertigo, but there were no lines, so what was I supposed to do? I just had to keep going. And I saved the scariest one for last, in my opinion. Has anyone been to Magic Mountain? Yeah? Okay. What's the scariest one in your opinion?
The vertical.
Vertical?
The vertical situation.
Oh, yeah. That one's bad for sure. But in my opinion, the scariest one is Tatsu, where you're face down, Superman style, locked in, staring at the concrete. Also, different flavors of terrifying. Horrifying, And then it got worse because we got stuck. Yeah. I was laying there and I'm like, I'm gonna die today. And I look up to see a very panicked tween who I can only imagine is named Tanner. And he's hitting a button frantically and nothing's happening. I was like, oh my, what's happening? He sent another tween down the line to be like, everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you down in just a few minutes. No one panic. And I was like, first of all, too late. Second of all, how many minutes is a few? Because I'm about 3 minutes from peeing down my leg. And about 5 more minutes from shitting up my back. Because of the angle. It ended up being 18 entire minutes. Yeah. By minute 15, I was like, just open the things and let me splat. I came here to feel something, but not like this. I do feel like I really felt something tonight with you, so thank you so much. Follow me at KDK Comedy on Instagram. Bye! Keep it going for Al.
KDK! All right, we're going to wrap this up real quick. Did you